Welcome to Gaith Group Learning Management System. In this video, we will be providing learning information on TEDA Power Tong. Note that the training videos were provided by TEDA itself and other materials were taken from TEDA Casing Tong KHT 5500, Maintenance and Operation Manual, version 2019 thus too. The content of this training are Power Tong Assembly List, Main Hydraulic Connections, Depressurization Procedure, Power Tong Installation, Power Tong Gear Adjustment, Power Tong Jaws Installation, Troubleshooting Guidelines, Safety Precautions. TEDA Power Tong List of General Assembly, 1. Master Tong, 2. Suspension Chain Assembly, 3. Back Tong, 4. Rear Support, 5. Hexagon Socket Cap Head Screws, 6. Hexagon Socket Cap Head Screws, 7. Spring Washer 1/2, 8. Front Guide Assembly, 9. Hydraulic Spring Tube Assembly. TEDA Power Tong Assembly List for Master Tong, 1. Suspension Rod Assembly, 2. Hydraulic Valve and Hydraulic Pipeline, 3. Tong Head Assembly, 4. Safety Door Assembly, 5. Shell and Accessories 1, 6. Drive Gear of Master Tong, 7. Torque Testing Assembly of Master Tong, 8. Shell and Accessories 2, 9. Gear Engagement Assembly, Upper, 10. Spring Lift Bucket Assembly. Main Hydraulic Connections, supply hydraulic pressure to the equipment through the 1 hydraulic supply connection. A 1 1/4 return connection provides a return path to the power unit, and a 3/8 female quick connect fitting allows motor case drain to tank. The different sizes of the supply and return lines eliminates the possibility of accidental cross connections. Ancillary devices, hydraulic motors, hydraulic cylinders, are connected through the hydraulic control valve block. Inspect all connectors for damage, debris, or other contaminants before performing hydraulic connections. Clean connectors using compressed air, or an approved cleaning solvent and lint-free cloth. Always cover disconnected fittings with a clean brass or plastic dust cap, typically attached to each connector with a lightweight chain or flexible line. These caps provide significant protection from dust, dirt, other contaminants, and impact damage. Perform hydraulic connection when the power unit is not running, or when the hydraulic pump is disengaged. Wing-type connections are self-sealing, and must always be made up to the connection line on the male connector to prevent partial closure of the integral check valve. Self-sealing wing-type hydraulic disconnects should always be fully made up to the fully engaged indicator line on the male side of the connection. Inspect all hydraulic connections before energizing hydraulic power to ensure secure connections have been made. Supply of full hydraulic pressure without ensuring an established return line may result in system damage. Prior breaking out hydraulic connections, assure that the tong has been depressurized. Hydraulic return lines should always be made up first and broken out last in order to ensure that pressure is not trapped in the valve package. Whenever a hose is disconnected, dust caps should always be reattached to prevent contaminants from entering the hydraulic system. Depressurization procedure. Before disconnecting any hydraulic connection, the following procedure must first be completed to ensure the safety of all personnel and to avoid possible damage to hydraulic components. De-energize the hydraulic power supply. Remove the hydraulic supply hose from the equipment. Remove the hydraulic return hose.
Installation of power Tong. Connection of pipeline. Check the threads. Check if the threads are clean. Pay attention to the scale lines. Suspension of power Tong. Leveling of power Tong. Horizontal leveling. Front and back leveling. Lifting of suspension bucket. Loosening. Tighten. Connection of tail rope. Lubrication of torque cylinder. Safety door operation. The safety door is closed and the power Tong operates in the correct direction for makeup and breakout. Once the safety door is opened, the power Tong immediately stops rotating. When the safety door is opened, the power Tong is unable to rotate. When the safety door is opened and the system pressure is zero, it is in an unloaded state. When the safety door is closed, the power tong operates normally and the system pressure is 223 MPa. Belt adjustment. Brake force measure. Tighten the belt. Hydraulic reverse lever usage. Please pay attention to safe operations. Makeup. Direction change only after the clamp is reset. Brake out. Downty change direction. Handing level control. Control hydraulic bucket. Control master tong. Control backup tong.
TEDA power tong is having two handles to adjust the gear speed. This is the main difference of these power tong compared to other manufacturers, where majority of other manufacturers are having one handle for gear adjustment. Here are the handle positions to adjust TEDA power tong gear into low gear, second low gear, second high gear, high gear.
Gear adjustment. Low gear. Second low gear. Second high gear. High gear. Position of jaw set. Check the jaw roller for flexibility. Check if the jaw set is matched with the pipe range. Jaw set disassemble. The install and disassemble method of the backup jaw set is the same like master Tong.
Power Tong inspection, maintenance, function, operation and troubleshooting. Power Tong is one of the major equipments used in the operation where there is a high risk of hand and finger injury. The potential hazards during inspection, maintenance, function, operation and troubleshooting of Power Tong are trapped hand, fingers, crush fingers while removing, installing and inspecting dies, jaws or any other work on Power Tong. Becoming caught in the rotating parts of the Power Tong. To mitigate the hazard and risk using this equipment, the Power Tong interlock system was installed to enable the Power Tong to stop rotating, moving when the Tong door is open. Note that the Power Tong that doesn't have the interlock system installed must be red tag, moved to quarantine area and shall not be mobilized to the job. Here are the Power Tong inspection, maintenance, function, operation and troubleshooting guidelines that needs to be followed for safe operation. 1. Don't perform any changes or troubleshooting or any other work on the Power Tong and other tools while the operation is ongoing. 2. Don't operate the Power Tong while moving into to safe area. Place hand onto the green safe grab area out of pinch point. 3. Set the Power Tong rotary properly aligned, one man allowed to operate the Tong, to enable to remove, install jaws, dies or do any other type of work within the Tong rotary. Establish good communication with the crew by assuring hands off and nobody around the Power Tong. 4. Ensure that the Tong door is fully open to assure that the Tong rotary will not move or rotate to safely remove, install the jaws, dies, etc. 5. Start removing, installing jaws, dies. 6. Inspect and clean the interlock valve and close the Tong door. 7. Start removing, installing jaws, dies. 8. Enable the hydraulic system by turning on the ball valve of the power unit. 9. Establish good communication with the crew by assuring hands off and nobody around the Power Tong while pulling the Tong to the casing string for makeup. 10. Wear appropriate PPE such as impact gloves, coverall, hard hat, safety shoes, and safety glass.
Here are the troubleshooting guidelines for TEDA Power Tong. If Tong head does not rotate, possible causes are: hydraulic power unit supplies no pressure, hydraulic manual reversing valve is damaged, shifting device fails. The troubleshooting actions are: check hydraulic power station, replace the valve, it requires repair. If Tong head speed is not enough, possible causes are: pressure or displacement of hydraulic power unit is not enough, loss of hydraulic motor or hydraulic reversing valve is large. The troubleshooting actions are: check hydraulic power, replace the motor or manual reversing valve. Tong head slips, possible causes are: jaw plate size is not suitable for the string size, Power Tongs is not leveled, Tong tooth is worn, Tong tooth groove is filled with filth, braking staple is too loose or worn, jaw plate roller does not rotate. The troubleshooting actions are: replace suitable jaw plate, adjust levels of Power Tongs, replace new Tong tooth, remove filth with wire brush, adjust braking staple or replace new braking staple. Repair and refuel jaw plate roller and piston shaft. If torque does not reach the rated value, possible causes are: the pressure of hydraulic power unit is too low or pump displacement is not enough, hydraulic motor or reversing valve fails, oil in hydraulic cylinder is not enough or sealing ring is worn, torque meter fails. The troubleshooting actions are: treat it according to the manual of hydraulic power unit, repair or replace it, add oil or replace sealing ring, repair or replace torque meter. When motor is rotating, Tong head does not rotate or rotate, under small load, Tong head stops. Possible causes are: shifting device fails, loss of hydraulic motor or manual reversing valve is large, gearbox gear is damaged or worn badly. The troubleshooting actions are: repair or replace it, repair or replace the motor or reversing valve, check or repair the gearbox. Here are some safety precautions for TEDA power maintenance, function test, and Tong operation. During the disassembly and assembly of jaw plates, you must shut down the hydraulic power unit to prevent accidents. Ensure that lifting suspension of power tongs is leveled. Ensure that all the pipelines are connected properly. During assembling jaw plates with corresponding pipe diameter should be adopted. During shifting, hydraulic motor should be stopped before safety door is closed. Manual reversing valve should not be operated to avoid hands or other parts of the operator to enter the opening to lead to damage. Check the clearance between safety door and the shell at any time for normal opening/closing safety door. If the clearance is too large, power tongs will be damaged. Check the safety reliability of lifting rope and tail rope at any time. When the pressure of overflow valve of hydraulic power unit is adjusted to 2000 psi, 14 MPa, pressure adjustment handle should be locked firmly. When the tongs is operating under the torque higher than 15000 feet/lb, it is necessary to ensure that two intermediate wheels are engaged in large open gear.